Hello and Assalamu alaikum. I hope the problem is fixed now. Sorry for the inconvenience. There was a certain technical issue because of the internet and the software, etc. But now I hope the things are fine. I can see some of the students who are online: Mansoor Hassan, Yusuf Zai, Amara, Asif, Tawheed, Safi, and no other than that. Okay, but I hope that the students will join us during the lecture. So let us not wait the time further. Let me very briefly introduce myself. My name is Dr. Kashif Amin. I'm working as assistant professor in the Department of Management Sciences and also director QEC at this university. The course that has been assigned to me is strategic management. And the students classes are MSM Film Management Science first and second semester and MBA 1.5. So first of all, we will go through the basics of the strategic management. There are certain basic terminologies which are associated with the strategic management. They are important to be addressed. What are those? First of all, there is a short definition of management. What is management? Management is to work efficiently and effectively. This is a very brief definition of management, but it's very much comprehensive. I hope that you must have been through a lot of definitions of management during your bachelor's or master's, and various authors have given their definitions about the management. But the crux of the matter is that management is to work efficiently and effectively. Uh, there are two things in this very definition: efficiency and effectiveness. What are those? What is efficiency? If you see, giving maximum output by utilizing minimum inputs, and those inputs are actually time and resources. So by giving maximum output with the utilization of minimum inputs, that is the time and resources, we call this phenomena to be efficiency. Like, for example, if I ask Ali to go and bring a glass of water for me, and if he performs this activity within 2 or 3 minutes, so I consider the performance of Mr. Ali to be efficient because he has utilized minimum resources, which was actually the time, and he brought that glass of water for me within 2 or 3 minutes. So I consider his performance to be efficient. Now, if we go through the definition of effectiveness, so effectiveness is concerned with the achievement of goals, means that one should be result oriented. Whatsoever the task that has been assigned to any individual, he should achieve that task uh, irrespective of time or resources. If I quote the same example, and then I will differentiate efficiency and effectiveness, and then you will be in a better position to understand these both things. Sometimes we define the things by differentiating it from the others in a better manner. So if I quote the same example, I asked Mr. Ali to go and bring a glass of water for me. And if Mr. Ali brings a cup of tea instead of a glass of water, so I consider his performance to be not effective because he hasn't achieved the task that was assigned to him. That task was to bring a glass of water, and he brought me a cup of tea, which was not a desired thing from him, and he was actually assigned the task to bring a glass of water, but he brought a cup of tea. So his performance is ineffective because he hasn't achieved the goal. Although he may be efficient, he performed this activity within 2 3 minutes, but that he hasn't achieved the task. So this is actually the difference between the two, efficiency and effectiveness. One is concerned with the giving maximum output by utilizing minimum inputs, and those inputs are actually time and resources, while effectiveness is concerned with the achievement of goal. Like if I can quote another example of medicine. Sometimes if a doctors give you certain medicine and it doesn't work for you, and it is unable to give you the relief, so we consider that medicine to be ineffective. But at the same time, if any doctor or physician prescribes you a medicine and it cures your disease, so we consider that medicine to be effective. And sometimes that medicine may take a little more time in curing the disease of any individual. So the efficiency of that medicine, we can consider it to be low, but again we can call it as effective because it has achieved its goal. Then management, strategic two things must come into your mind while the word strategic is pronounced in front of you, which are strategic means something which is very much important and something which lasts for a longer period of time. These two things must come into your mind while using the term strategic. Strategic means what, if we you must have heard these things like strategic assets, strategic management, strategic partner. So what does this strategic mean? Strategic partner, strategic assets. It means that these things, these partners or these assets are very much important, and the relationship is for the longer period of time. So the if we go through the definition of strategic, so something which is very much very important and whose impact lasts for a longer period of time. Then another thing which is the basics of the strategic management is goals. Goals are what you are trying to achieve in general. It is known as goal, uh, and it can be better defined if I differentiate goals from the objectives. What are objectives? What you are trying to achieve in specific. So this is the difference between the two. Goals are achieved in general, while achieving your goal, you divide your whole goal into small chunks, small parts, and then you start achieving your goal by achieving uh, objectives. Like you divide your whole goal into 4 or 5 objectives, which are very much specific, and while achieving each and every objective, each each and every objective contributes towards the achievement of goal. Mr. Wakil, uh, your
जी
mic
सर।
is on. If you can please turn it
नहीं,
off.
मेरा माइक बंद है सर, किसी और का माइक खुला हुआ है।
Then
मैं उसको
how you
जवाब
are
दे
audible
देने
to
वाला
me?
था कि माइक बंद कर दे।
How you are audible to me
मैं
if your mic is off?
हाँ,
Okay,
मेरे
okay.
माइक अभी ऑन किया।
Okay, okay,
ओके,
okay. Turn it off. Turn it off. Thank you very much. Uh,
ओके।
then objective must be smart, and all of you must have heard this word smart before. Smart means S means specific, M means measurable, A means achievable, R means realistic, and T means time bound. So objective must be smart. Now we come to the word strategy. How you will achieve the goal being general. Strategy means the course of action that you adopt for achieving your goal. how you will achieve your goal. It means that a strategy is having the contents of how you will perform a specific task. So, strategy helps you in achieving your goal. What are tactics? Tactics, how you will achieve the objectives, being specific. Strategy is used for achieving the long term things, as I mentioned that earlier, like whenever you will be using this term, the term strategic, so two things must come into your mind. One was that something which is very much important, while the other was something that lasts or whose impact lasts for a longer period of time. So strategy is designed for achieving goals, and goals are always uh, you can say that its span is large, and tactics are small. Whenever you divide your whole goal into small chunks or parts, and then you start achieving those things, so actually these achievements are known as objectives. And this and the way to achieve these goals are actually what? Tactics. So I hope that now the things are clear, that tactics helps you in achieving your objectives, and each and every objective helps you in achieving your strategy, or your goal. Now we come to the definition of strategic management. Uh, Please go through it, and I'm also going to dictate it. Strategic management is the management of an organization's resources to achieve its goals. So if you go through it, the word goals has been used, and as I said, goals are always achieved in the long run. And strategic management also is something which lasts for a longer period of time. So you can see the consistency between the two. Again, if I go through it, strategic management is the management of an organization's resources to achieve its goals. They haven't used the word objective. The word goals has been used first, and then objectives, right? Actually these objectives helps you in achieving your goals. Then strategic management involves setting objectives. Yes, of course, strategic management involves the objectives, because objectives ultimately helps you in achieving your goal. Then analyzing the competitive environment, analyzing the internal organization, evaluating strategies and implementing the strategies across the organization. So strategic management encompasses all these things, like first of all, you in general it helps you in achieving your goals and objectives. And how they are achieved? Actually, first of all, you set your objectives, and those objectives helps you in achieving your goals. And before doing this, you will have to analyze the overall competitive environment, and you will also have to go through your own internal organization, like you will have to perform your SWOT: strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and strengths. You will have to analyze yourself internally, and then you will have to evaluate various strategies in achieving those goals. And after evaluating those strategies, then you will have to decide or shortlist one or two strategies for achieving your goals. And after shortlisting the strategies for achieving your goal, then you start implementing those strategies for what? For achieving your goals. Okay. Another basic term that is associated with the strategic management is the vision statement. Vision is very much important. Uh, to be very much simple and straight, vision actually tells you where you want to go, where you want to go. Like, for example, or where do you see yourself in the long run? it is another definition, short definition of vision. First is where do you want to go, and second is that where do you see yourself after 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 50 years. So this vision statement actually sets your direction, or guides about your direction, that this particular thing should be achieved in the long run. So if we go through the definition of the vision statement, a vision statement is an inspirational statement of where you want your unit to be in the future. As I told you earlier, that where do you see yourself in after 5 years, 10 years, means in the future. So it this thing is covered by the definition of vision. Future is usually defined as the next 3 to 5 years, but it could be more. A vision should set the overall direction for the unit and team, and should be bold and inspirational. A vision describes that what and the why for everything you do. It means that whatsoever that you are doing, or why you are doing a particular thing, your vision statement actually justify those things. Whenever you somebody asks you that what are you doing, so you can if you are having a very clear vision statement in front of you, so you can respond to that individual that whatsoever I have been doing is actually inspired from the vision statement. I'm going in the direction of my vision, or I'm going in the direction of achieving my vision. And why you are doing, again the response can be that why I am doing this thing, because I am moving towards my vision. There is an example of a vision statement of Zappos, and it states that one day, it means that it is referring to the future. 30% of all retail transactions in the US will be online. People will buy from the company with the best service and the best selection. So if you go through this vision statements of Zappos, so it is future oriented. It is saying that one day, it means that one day in the future. And what is the inspiration behind it? That 30% of all retail transactions in the US will be online. So mm, it is the inspiration that 30% of the transactions are going to be done online. People will buy from the company with the best service and the best selection. Then mission statement. Uh, a vision describes where you want to be in the future. A mission statement describes what you do today. Mission statement actually tells you that what do you do. What do you do means what are you doing currently? What is the purpose of your existence? Why you are existing? What you are and what you do? It answers these questions. A mission statements answers these questions, that what you are and what you do, or it states the purpose of existence of something. While vision statements just tell you that where you will be in the future. Actually, vision describes your future state of being, and the mission statement describes your present state of being. I hope these two things are clear now. Vision actually uh, um, tells you about your future, that what will be your state of being in the future, while mission statements tells about your state of being currently, right now, what is your state of being, what you are, what do you do. Okay, it often describes what do you do, for who and how, focusing on your mission. One day you should enable to reach your vision. Actually, mission statement helps you in achieving your vision. Whatsoever that you are doing today is actually your mission, but whatever the steps that are being taken today, is having its impact on the vision, or in your achievement, which will be done in the long run. And a good mission statement should cover these 8 aspects: customers, product or services, market, technology, concerns for survival, growth and profitability, philosophy, concern for public image, concern for employees. These are actually the components of mission. A good mission statement should encompass all these all these 8 things. It is not necessary that all these 8 things should be covered, but ideally they should be covered. If you go through the mission statement of various organizations, so all these things may not be over there, but some of things, 4 or 5 components are there. But for a good ideal statement of mission, it should be having all these 8 components. Like if I go through them one by one, customers, your mission statement should show concerns towards the customers. It should define your target audience or target customers, that who you are going to serve. Then products or services, a good mission statement also tells you about what are your products or services that are being offered. It and markets, it also defines your limits, geographic limits, or it can be virtual limits if the products are sold online. So it also helps you in defining your limits, that where your products or services are going to be sold. Then technology, what technology has been used by you for serving the society. Then concerns for survival, growth and profitability. This thing is actually for the shareholders, who are actually the owners of a company. So a good mission statement should have the concerns for the survival, growth, and profitability of the company. Although it is not associated with the customers, but it is associated with the owners of the business or the organization. If a business organization in its mission statement tells something that their future is going to be very much bright, so the being an investor, each and every individual will be interested in investing in that particular company, because it in its mission statements is telling that the future of that company is bright. Then philosophy. What is the philosophy of your organization? It is over there. By philosophy means that some of the organization are not for profit organization, and their philosophy is to serve the society without costing even a single penny. Some of the organization, they charge you a lot, so their philosophy is different. So each and every organization have different philosophies. Some of the organizations may claim that they want to serve the humanity. So again, it is the philosophy of that organization, and that philosophy is beyond the boundaries, geographical boundaries of any country. Like for example, if we take the um, example of ED Foundation. So ED Foundation actually performs their activities in Peshawar, in Islamabad, Lahore. Although It is based. It is a Karachi-based organization. Previously, it was a Karachi-based organization, but the philosophy of ED Foundation is to work for the welfare of the humanity, irrespective of the race, gender, religion, age, etc. So they are serving irrespective of the nationality, irrespective of the ethnic group. The philosophy of the ED is to serve the humanity. Then concern for public image. Concern for public image, that there must not be something which is against the society at large. Like for example, if I quote one of the very recent examples, TikTok was banned recently by the Peshawar High Court. And what were the grounds for the ban behind the TikTok? Why it was banned? Because they said their argument was that it is against the our culture, against the norms, against the values of our society. So this is actually the public image of TikTok, that it is actually destroying our nation, the youth. This was their argument. So this is known as what? Concern for public image. And then concern for implies, the most important thing in the organization is the implies, because they are actually the one who are directly or indirectly engaged with the customers. And if they are satisfied, motivated, and so they will ultimately contribute towards the achievement of the organizational goal, and the customers can be served in a better manner. Uh, Actually, let me finish my lecture, today's lecture over here. Actually, I also wanted to discuss various various strategies with you, uh, but I'll discuss them later on, because a lot of time was wasted while fixing the problem. So I'll continue the rest of the lecture in the next class. So if you are having any question, query regarding the things that are presented over here, so you can ask. Let me tell you one more thing. Here is an example of a mission statement. Go through it and you will understand whatsoever that are being there in the mission of this very organization. Thank you very much.
थैंक यू सर।
Most welcome. If you are having any
हमारा
questions,
अभी
most
वो
welcome.
रिसर्च में थोड़ा जी क्लास पूरा होने वाला है, क्योंकि 11 बजे
Okay,
उसका
okay,
क्लास
okay. Let me not
साढ़े 11।
waste your time further.
थैंक यू सर।
Thank you and have a nice weekend.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.